There was something off in my womb space, and I went from doctor after doctor, and they kept telling me, of course, everything is fine. But deep down, I knew in my heart of hearts that something was off. So I took it upon my own hands, and I realized the misalignment in my pelvic floor had me stuck in the wrong timeline, y'all. Like, what? It was crazy. It is crazy. So let's get into this. Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to Melanin Lighthouse. My name is Malaya Kishora, and I am a licensed trauma certified therapist. I am a Kemetic yoga instructor, which is an Egyptian based form of yoga, and I am coined the term soul surgeon because the work that we're doing here at Melanin Lighthouse, it is to heal you from the inside out, to bring your soul into fruition, to let your soul speak. So for the next 30 days, okay, y'all, in September, I am going to be posting as much as possible, possibly every day, possibly every other day, whatever that looks like, whatever that feels like, but you're going to be seeing my face a lot, okay? So I want y'all to, get used to this face. I want you to like this video. Come on, like it right now. Bow, bow, like that button. Subscribe if you feel called to. Join the community. Join the family. We're here. We're a community of love, light, and positive energy. And of course, comment. Come on, comment. Something. Give me some down there. I have always been the type to map out my body. So if I'm experiencing some type of pain, discomfort, anything that comes up randomly, I never see it as random. I'm always understanding and trying to identify what emotion, what trauma experience has cultivated this, that is stuck in my body, that my body is trying to tell me, like, hey girl, there's something happening, something that needs to be processed that's stuck here. What memory might be stuck? So I utilized the book Heal the Body by Louise Hayes. And in the book, she's identifying each physical ailment and how it connects to some type of emotion or memory or something that might be stuck in the body. And when I tell you, body mapping has been a game changer to my healing journey because it helps me make sense of what's actually going on and actually to tap into the root of the problem. Not just let me cut it open, or not just let me take a pill so I can numb this, or let me do something to numb this or push it away. No, let's get to the root of the issue. And it's very uncomfortable, right? But if you want to move fast and you want to move far, you got to uproot the issue out. So the one thing about the body is super intelligent. It is so brilliant. It is the only living organism that we will all have with us for the rest of our lives. And this organism that we have is constructed specifically for this realm and this reality that we live in. And so when you experience trauma or you experience some type of emotional blockage that has not been processed, which is probably from trauma, the body is going to twist, turn, overcompensate, do whatever it needs to so that it can create some type of balance and equilibrium, even though it's not really true balance, because your body will be stuck in survival because it has not processed out whatever the issue it is. And so for me, what that looked like, my pelvic floor was completely off balanced. And so that off balance, it cultivated pain, right? It cultivated so many different issues in my reality. And so for me, that imbalance was in my pelvic floor. It was due to trauma that I didn't even know that I had. It was stuck in me. It was stuck deeply in my body, and the memories were blocked from me consciously, right? But they were still living in me unconsciously. So I was unconsciously manifesting all of this trauma, and I didn't even know like what the heck was going on, but I knew something was off. And so I was really realizing like, oh my God, my body is actually mirroring my reality. Ooh, y'all, that's crazy work when you really think about it. Your body, the pain in my pelvic floor, the pain in my hips, the pain stuck in different aspects of my spine, right? My shoulders. It was mirroring the reality that I was currently living in, and I felt so stuck. No matter what I was doing, it kept coming up in various different ways. In the relationships that I was having or interacting with the jobs, with my financial life, with every aspect of my reality, I felt stuck. And I was like, what the hell is happening right now? Okay, because this is not okay. I felt like I had to work so hard for the bare minimum. I didn't understand. I felt like I kept having to like push really hard and the results would be, what is going on? Like, this is not aligning with what I'm consciously seeing myself as. And I felt like I was living a life I didn't choose for myself. I felt like I was living out somebody else's story, a story that was not mine. So here's the dark truth of this 7-year journey that I've been on. It doesn't matter how many affirmations you do. It doesn't matter what you consciously see yourself as or what you consciously believe. You might think like, oh my God, I am the most powerful person, or I am so cool, or this and that. But what reality is going to mirror back is what is trapped in your body. The body truly holds the score. It keeps everything. So if you've experienced some type of abuse, emotional abuse, physical, whatever it looks like, sexual, any type of abuse, any trauma, anything that has happened to you, especially from the age of 0 to 4, your body is going to hold that. And so you are going to be stuck there in survival mode, constantly living that out unconsciously, right? Because you're not consciously aware of it, but it's unconscious, but it's going to play out in every aspect of your life, every relationship that you're in. And you're going to keep going through the same patterns over and over and over again until you heal what is stuck in your body. It's very dark, but very true. So in my case, because my pelvic floor and my womb space had experienced trauma and violations from a very young age, it kept me in that survival loop. It kept me in these stuck emotions, these stuck relationships. Everything felt very, very challenging. And I felt like for me as a therapist, I spent so much time helping so many other people and just giving my energy to everybody else and trying to understand the mind. But I felt like with the concept of mental health, there's a big gap in the real understanding of the body, but not just the body. I do understand that we're understanding polyvagal theory and understanding somatic based work, but it goes deeper than that, right? Because it's not just physical. This is a spiritual war that we're in, because it affects you on every aspect of your reality. And that's something that's not talked about or really even identified enough. I feel like these fields are so separated, right? And I think this is a very Eurocentric way of looking at things. We separate psychology from the body, from health, from this, from that. And I feel like everything really needs to be integrated, and spirituality needs to be added in every aspect. Metaphysics, right? That is very, very important for this work. So as I began to heal and realign my pelvic floor from the inside out, my life began to align with it. I started to see changes happen, and it was like, oh my gosh, things are getting easier. I'm able to attract quicker. Oh my God, I'm able to actually attract what aligns with me. My financial life started to change. I started to see myself differently. My beliefs about myself started to change. My body shape changed, right? Because trauma actually shapes how your body is shaped, right? It does so much to us that I think is one of the biggest things, the biggest misconceptions that is not talked about in our reality. And I think it's very intentional. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's very, very intentional. Honestly, like as my journey as a healer, as a soul surgeon, as a therapist, I've really realized that trauma will trap you in the wrong timeline. You will be in a reality that is not yours, and it's going to distort the reality that you're in, because you're basically living out your trauma in every aspect of your reality unconsciously. And I'm going to be honest with you, the rabbit hole goes so deep, it's actually quite terrifying. Like throughout this work, I feel like I have been like, what's in the absolute freakity fuck is going on right now? Because this is crazy. And I'm not even saying this to be funny. I mean, I think I take everything like as a joke. I mean, for real, because like who has time to be serious all the time? But when I mean this rabbit hole, it goes so deep. If I'm being honest, I'm still learning. Like I don't know everything about this. Like I feel like like I said, the rabbit hole is so deep, and it's so many angles and so many places you can go with this, and the trauma shapes you in so many different ways, and it controls so much about you and how you perceive yourself and your reality and your body and everything. But I feel like I've built a very solid understanding and foundation of this work. Even if our reality has not caught up to it yet, I feel like I'm here because I have to talk about this. Like I feel like it's my obligation. I mean, if I'm being real, this wasn't a choice that I made. I feel like I had to go this route. And if I didn't, I think it would have killed me. I know it sounds like dramatic, but I mean it from like the inside out, for real, for real. So your body, it has its own language and it's always talking to you. Pain is not random. Like pain, discomfort, anything that comes up in your body, it is very intentional and it's requiring something of you. It's asking you, it's telling you, I need you to see me in a way that it's never been seen before. And it's not asking to be numbed, because I spent so many years numbing myself. I mean, numbing and feeling, but really numbing. And I really realized that my body needed me to be present. It needed me to feel through the pain, through the discomfort, even if it felt terrible. So maybe instead of numbing, if that's something you might do, maybe you might eat to numb, right? You might go out and party. You might smoke some good weed. You might drink a little bit of liquor, whatever it is, whatever you might do. Maybe try to ask yourself, what is it that I need? Do I need to breathe? Do I need to stretch, right? Do I need to process some type of emotion? Is there a memory that I'm holding on to that I'm scared to feel, right? Because if I feel it, I feel like it will kill me or take me down. But I'm going to be honest with you, if you don't feel it, it will take you down. It will. It definitely will, in all areas. Something I've incorporated, like I said, this is very spiritual, you know. I feel like I'm always asking my higher self, the creator, the universe, whatever you want to call it. I'm always asking, like, what is it that my body's asking? What is it that I need to do? Where are you taking me with this? You know, have a conversation, ask, be inquisitive about this. You know, that's really what I've learned throughout this journey. Always ask why, what's going on, what do I need to do, where are you taking me with this? Because you are going to get your answer. I promise you. It might not be right away, but listen, be present with yourself. You'll get the answer. Healing is messy. Like, that's the beauty of it. Like, it's never linear and it's going to be up and down, but enjoy the process. Give yourself grace, give yourself space, allow yourself to mess up. I've learned throughout like my hardest times, that's when I learned the most, right? When I was fucking up the most, or when I felt like I was like, dang, I messed up, or dang, I've been stuck in this. No, being stuck sometimes is the best thing, because you learn the most if you allow yourself to, if you're open and willing to. Diamonds are made under pressure, like literally. I feel like humanity, like, we grow so much through suffering. We evolve through our suffering. You know, that's where the best lessons come from. I feel like throughout my journey of healing my womb space and you know, healing through my body, I will always ask myself, what's past the pain? What's behind this? What is my body asking of me? What is my soul requiring of me? And I feel like I always got my answer. And it led me here. It led me to these conversations, to being able to work as a soul surgeon, even though this journey has been the most challenging journey of my life. But I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't trade it for anything or anybody. I wouldn't want to be anybody else. I'm wondering, have you noticed how your body might mimic your reality? Ooh, I'm interested. Like, please, I want you to comment, y'all. I want engagement. I'm like asking, I'm begging, I'm requesting some type of engagement. Like, tell me, when have you noticed it? What aspects of your life have you noticed maybe are mimicking your knee pain or your back pain? So, oh my gosh, what's up? So you made it this far. So with that being said, you already know. Comment. No, I'm just kidding. I ain't bullying. I'm just giving hugs. Come here. Right here. Give me a hug. Give me a huggy. Comment. I want you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, join the community, all that good stuff. And y'all, my next video, I'm going to be talking about my 28-day water and sea moss fast. Yes, y'all, I went that far. I had to do what I had to do, but it changed my life. I look forward to seeing you next time. Give me a let's do a yellow heart. Comment yellow heart. If you ain't got nothing to say, just bring me a yellow heart. Love you. Mwah. Okay, bye.